Okay, cool. Yeah, it's really weird because it starts and then it takes a second for the video to show up, but it's like we're already live. So. Cool. Well, yeah, here we are again. Levi's joining me this time, continuing to look at Synergy and the big finale of the song, the big solo. So. Last week, made a little bit of progress on the two-handed tapping thing, and so hopefully I'll be able to get through that and have some coaching here. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I have played guitar a little bit more this week, so my hands aren't quite as rusty, but I meant to listen to this song several times between then and now, and I didn't do that, so I'm gonna go in, I guess, kind of cold on this and just play through as much as I can remember, and we'll take it from there. So.
You want me to join you, or you want me to just watch?
Oh, you can join. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so the guitar to be on. I'm blanking out on the entire part that I worked on last week, so what did I do before?
Okay. That was actually pretty close on that take there.
Okay. Well.
So. So that it goes. So even though you do this arpeggio major, when it goes to the tapping sequence, it's minor again.
Oh.
As soon as you go to the tapping sequence, it goes right to minor again. Because I didn't tap that whole tone.
Interesting. Yeah. So that was one of the parts that got me hung up. Well, that's gonna get me hung up now.
So on these kind of scales, what I typically do is I kind of look at the fretboard like the scale, even though it's 3 notes at a time, or 4 when you're tapping. You kind of map it out in your brain. So like. I know where it's going next, right? So if it's like,
yeah, I can follow the pattern. It's the where the pattern changes. So like, because the first part, it's like, I mean, minus this. I'm gonna want to do this now because I did that all last week. But
yeah.
But anyway, minus that. It's like it's one pattern, but then the pattern changes when you go to the string change. Because now you've got instead of going like, cause on the first string, it's all descending. You know, high note, lower note, lower note, lower note, and then position shift, high note, lower note, lower note, lower note. But then when you do the transition, you end up with the not the highest note of the bunch, right? So like.
So when I go to that from E to B string.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that's the part, but then like there's kind of this. I mean, maybe I'm thinking of it wrong, or maybe I learned it wrong. But to me, it was like there were two like rhythmic groupings. That like the first one, since it's all on one string, it does that rhythmic grouping that it's like 4 notes all descending, and then there's this sort of weird transition that happens on the B string, and then once it gets down to the G string, then there's like this second pattern that follows more like what that transition looked like, but it's like more like that's consistent, and then up here's consistent, and then there's this like link to get to like I mean, this is all how I conceptualize it,
right? Yeah.
And there's this like link between them, and my brain just like stutters. It's like, yep, I'm good with this pattern. Oh, yeah, I got locked up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it basically stays with the same sort of left hand movements throughout the whole thing. The only problem is when you slide. Obviously, when you go to the G to B string, you have to move.
Mm-hmm.
To go to a fifth, you got to do 3 frets instead of 2.
Right.
And you got to factor that in when we do this. That's the scale on the left hand.
Right. Well, let me play it slowly, like the part, not
you
just
can
the
literally
scale,
go all the way to the 8th fret here with your left hand on the E string.
I missed what the pattern was on the string change. Was it more of a... Okay, so you end up with the same fingering. Well, now I'm confused. I think that's what I was saying.
So right there on the B string,
yeah.
Do. There you go. Yep, and then do.
So you go down on the B string.
Yeah, so like.
Interesting. So the way that I was playing it last week,
Well, no, you don't have to do that. The same notes on the G string.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Basically, every time you tap a note, it's already been hit once by the left hand on the string that was on before.
Right.
So you're gonna have a doubling of a note in every.
Yeah, and it's every time there's a hammer on out of nowhere, that's followed by a right hand tap, not a pull off. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That was another thing that's weird for me because the muscle memory is like all in the left hand. Nice. Yeah. Well, so what was the way that you played it in the video that you submitted? Did you go immediately to the G string or did you hang on to the B string?
Like that. So. It didn't. It had that fast transition to the G.
Okay. So, I feel like I'm doing too many... I don't know. One of the things I wasn't sure about last week is if I was doing too many, like, basically trying to do too many notes in that space, and that's why I couldn't get it to fit. But, Well, and apparently I was playing that wrong because I was using that interval. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so I did something in there that was like just a muscle memory thing.
When you get to the
so you usually
do a whole tone here instead of. No.
What?
Here.
Oh, instead of that. Yeah, but the right hand part. Is that was right?
So.
So that part just like that.
Slide down one more fret on the.
But that is the transition.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you tap that same fret twice then?
No. Down the G string, and that note right there, you're gonna tap that note next.
But
after you do this, the sequence of the 3 fingers here.
Right.
When you move again, you'll tap that one. Each one your pinky's on, you're gonna tap that one the next time you move your hand on that particular part.
So. So do you not? I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. So I get that.
Yep.
But getting there, how are you ending up on your pinky here?
See, I do one. It's kind of tricky. Here's the tricky part. So it's switching.
Yeah.
It's switching from the minor second to major second, then sliding down.
Okay.
So it's not tapped every single time you do a 3-note pattern. So it's like. It kind of goes chromatic, basically, for a second.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. Hard to explain.
So, but are you hammering on with the pinky here?
So, here's the interesting thing about this scale. There's no like right way to play it.
Well,
Because
yeah, I mean, but at the moment I'm not all that concerned about
Right.
the notes. I'm concerned
Right.
about like
logistics, how to get there.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
think there's a better way for you than the way I might be playing it at certain times. Because sometimes I play it differently and hit the same notes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because I know it's the same notes, but I'm just sliding down
Right.
to get to that spot instead of moving vertically. I'm moving horizontally
Yeah.
just because I want to.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
You know,
nothing wrong
because
with
I
that.
could go like this. You know, I can.
Right.
So I don't have to do it up here. I can do it down here.
Yeah.
So the formula that always works, it makes it always work, is to go. Index, middle, pinky, tap, all reverse. Hammer out from nowhere, pinky, tap. Keep the pinky placed. Continue.
Gotcha. Yeah, so my problem is that I don't like to lead descending position shifts with my pinky. I want to lead descending position shifts with my index finger. So like, so when I get here, then well, wait, what did I do wrong there? Well, now I'm just confusing myself. But I end up wanting to play with my ring
Your
finger.
ring finger,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
it's down, like that's where the note is
Yes.
without doing a position shift.
That makes sense.
Or that's on the G string. That's why I was confused. Yeah, here. So, but you do the pinky every time. Okay. I mean, honestly, like that makes it make way more sense because then it's always consistent. Like,
So
but it's something I'll have to practice.
you can get to where it's these 4 strings by the time you get to the 3rd fret here. You can do all of it there. So there's a lot of another thing that's really common in a lot of my lead playing. It seems like is asymmetry. So like when you go through that scale, if you were to count the notes out and use a metronome, instead of going like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4,
Right.
it's probably playing 5 to 7 notes in that 1 2 3 4 space,
Yeah.
or 9, or like it's probably like split in some weird way that's not even countable. Like,
Right. Right.
because I'm just going, you know, 1 2 3 4. Like, good luck counting that.
Right.
I'm doing it based off of feel.
Yeah.
Where as long as I can resolve the notes to the right spot.
Yeah, but there was still like kind of a accent in what you
Yeah,
were playing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was getting off because like to me it felt like there were 2 separate rhythmic patterns.
Yeah,
And
there
so
are.
then like accenting them is like
The lead has a rhythm
Yeah.
to it.
yeah.
It has
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
has
yeah.
a it has a certain timing. And a lot of times, like in that sort of technique, I use it a lot when I'm like doing like metal improv or like shredding kind of stuff.
Right.
I use that technique a lot, not just in this song. And you've heard me do it.
Yeah.
But like instead of just going, like if it's a metronome, I might go like this. Do a little burst. Bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
On the hand shifts. On the note shifts.
So you're feeling the beat based on the shift rather than thinking about it based on a particular note.
Yeah, like, sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. That is definitely foreign to me.
And it's not even always that way. It's just when I want to do it that way.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, man. I gotta do this slow and painstakingly. Oh, well, I guess.
See, that was all major.
Right.
And what this kind of does, the intent that I had is to try to follow that minor 7 flat 13 over this sort of major triad. You know, where it goes. Then at the same time. Oh, that's what's going on too. So I'm thinking about all that in my head. You can hear those notes in there. Like that E.
Gotcha.
All those little intervals. This song is chock full of like intervallic insanity. It's just there's so many intervals going on, but they're all related to each other. They work. That's why I was like, man, I think I got an awesome, chord progression here. Like the way that this sort of the way that works over.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
When you hit them all together, when you hear them all together, there's like a certain frequency that happens, and it kind of gives you goosebumps. At least for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is gonna be awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, I know it's off topic, but yeah,
it's all good.
The way the tapping works musically in my head is based on how all those elements are combining.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, when I'm using the tap technique, anytime I'm using that tapping stuff, you know. I am also thinking of the scale the way I would play it picked.
Yeah.
But you can see I use hammer-ons from nowhere all the time.
Yeah.
Like on my pinky especially. Or my third finger. So that is crucial to making that technique work, or the tapping.
Right.
To do it the way I do it.
Yeah, I mean, like once I sit with it a while, I'm sure that if I really keep going with the two-handed tapping, you know, that whole thing, then I'm sure that the way that I do it is going to be radically different from you because like the rest of my playing is radically different. So yeah, but at the moment it's like, you know, there's I don't know, the insight on like why you did what you did is definitely really cool. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't know how to use the hammer, you know. Yeah. I've already made the transition by the time I even realized it's like, oh, that's my ring finger again stepping in there. Do you go all the way down like that on the G string, or do you transition to the D string before? Two positions on the district.
Yeah. Yeah, that ascending little part there, the fourth, the it's like a 4-fret box.
Right.
It's you know, that kind of has its own little timing to it. It's an odd number of notes for the count. As long as you just end it where it resolves. It's kind of like the Paul Gilbert effect, you know. So.
All right. Well, let me mute this track and play. I'll just watch you play that section in time.
Okay. Whole solo?
Well, so this is like obviously you can't
Is
hear
this
what
at
I played.
the end of it?
Yeah. So this build up right here is right before the. Well, I muted myself. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, do that one more time.
Yeah, sorry, I messed it up.
No, you're good. I'm just.
I'm on camera now, so I'm gonna screw it up.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I was just trying to. I want to pay attention to like
Yeah.
where the chord change falls.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot to pay attention to in there because yeah, I felt like I could hear what you were talking about with the position shifts being what the rhythm was of the part a little better that time. Not to necessarily.
It's fast.
Yeah, for sure. But it at least like I mean, if you're doing something fast, like you kind of have to have like something that's grounding you to, you know, something that isn't like because you can't articulate with your mouth that fast. So you can't like you can't speak the rhythm like you can with slower rhythms, and that's a really useful tool in learning them.
You want to try it again?
So, just hearing you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I'm going to.
So it's kind of like when you have the click going, I'll try to sound it out without me playing it,
Okay.
just to kind of get the rhythm of it.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
Try it again. Just listen to each slide.
Yeah. It's I definitely hear what you're saying. I start to lose track of it a little bit when it goes into the ascending part, but by then it's like, I mean, that's pretty easy muscle memory, so like I don't think I'll struggle with that. But
yeah,
cool.
It's hard to explain the timing of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to practice that a few times here.
You want to try playing it with me so you kind of get an idea how fast it actually is?
Well, I mean, I won't be able to keep up. Like, I need to do this a few times.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
if I have any hope of, because that is gonna get me. Like the moment that I try to speed it up to speed, my ring finger is gonna come down, and then I'll stutter the way that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
So when you get to the A string, you don't have to worry about tapping anymore. You can literally just go. You can actually do the last 3 strings with all just the left hand.
Wait.
Yeah.
I can't come into it halfway.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, yeah, okay. We can try it together. What's the best way? Just use a different track. Oh, the input's wrong. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, the other thing that like bothers me and makes it difficult is that like it's really easy to lose the articulation there.
Yeah.
And so then it's like my hand wants to like really, you know, overemphasize the pull-offs because it's like I want all those notes. I don't want just zoom, you know. But like because I mean you do it and let's like articulated, but
so one thing that might help too on this high E strings part, it's literally just going.
Okay.
It's basically like every time you shift, it just starts on the last note. Starts on the last note. Yeah, think of like Atari sounds. And anytime you want to go fast, that's what you're going to do. On each string that's going fast in a line. Unless you accent it.
Yeah, that also helps with like feeling out the rhythm because then you're literally just like.
But you can see on the
tempo.
G string, I do that as well. So.
Okay, do that again.
I'm losing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You see like this little window there where
Yeah.
I do it again on the G string.
Uh-huh. Yeah. With the... Yeah.
4 notes in a row from descending.
Oof.
Pretty much. Yep, go minor there on that one.
I think I did the transition with this finger. I don't even know at this point. I'm probably going to have to practice that slow for a while to retrain the muscle memory to go to the pinky. Yep. My hands start to run away from my head. You know? It's just like, I'm supposed to do something. Yeah, I'll just tap whatever note. Yeah, had I written the part, it would have been much more like that. But it's cool to be able to do 4 notes of string, and that's like, I mean, 4 notes of string with just the left hand alone is kind of, you know, you're a bit limited.
Yeah.
I've seen Brett Garth's stuff on that, and you know, he makes me think it's possible. But anyway.
My problem is my pinky does not reach when I have the axis where it needs to be. My pinky's too short.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I always look at Paul Gilbert's hand. Paul Gilbert has a freakish pinky. Like, his pinky goes like most of the way up his ring finger.
Like, that's just not comfortable.
Yeah.
And ideally, I want to keep my fingers in a good line.
Uh-huh.
And it's really hard to do. Like, my max stretch is probably here for comfort.
Yeah, that's pretty far. I've been practicing some wider stretch things, but just like everything basically north of the 12th fret. Because once you get into the smaller fret spacings, then you can do triads. And like, that's really fun to be able to do that on a single string. But, I mean, even with that, like, you know, you're kind of, well, this is not the best guitar for that. I mean, that guitar would be a little better, but...
the horn's in the way for me.
Yes. Yeah, well, I'm running into it with my wrist, too. So, yeah.
It's not ideal for that.
No. But,
There's no guitar really ideal for that.
Well, maybe some... Yeah, if you just hacked off, like, you know... Yeah. Just go in a straight line.
It would be less
of
a Les Paul.
Yeah, but well, that's true. And then like the back of it makes it inconvenient too, because you got so much like thick chunk that you're trying to hold on to.
Yeah.
But
do you want to go through the part before this tapping part a little bit, the timing of it?
Oh yeah, I probably should while you're here. Yeah, why not?
Where it goes into that G note?
Let me play through this like slower mid pace a couple of times.
It's like 90%.
I felt good about that for a second.
Think about going minor once you get to the B string. So instead of staying in that same 4 fret span, do the 5 fret span to do the minor. At least on one of them. Look, right there. Yep. And when you do that one, that's a chromatic, remember? And then you do that one, these 3 again.
Oh, you...
So, like I showed you earlier, so it goes...
I was missing that this whole time. But you're not doing a position shift on the B string, though. You just do that same sequence of notes again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the licks restarts again, but on the same 3 notes again.
Okay.
See? What's cool about that is it allows you to, one thing that's cool about that technique is it allows you to restart, you can restart the phrase again.
Right.
With the same 3 notes again.
Yeah, that helps after the transition. Yeah, I totally missed that.
That's way harder to explain over the internet.
Yeah.
That's the only time it does that repeating triad, too.
Yeah, getting my index finger all the way down to this fret. I'm now locked in here. It's the major thing. Oh man, I felt good about that. You don't tap at all on the A string?
No, you don't have to. So like when I do it sometimes. See, and I'm actually playing in the moment here. Nope.
Okay.
On the D, well, the D string's the last time.
Gotcha. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, well, we can come back to that, or if you end up having to leave whatever, then I'll just woodshed that for a while. But, yeah, so the part you're talking about is that the first place where I have questions, I guess, about the rhythm is I end up, like, so on this section here, that's the...
Yeah.
So that thing, I always end up getting to the top before where I need to start the descending round. So like I'm rushing through that part, but the problem is I don't understand why, because it's just this like sextuplet feel.
So when you land on that C,
Yeah.
with the context of the metronome, it'll make more sense.
Right. Well, I'm talking about even before that.
Oh, okay.
So the coming out of the what does it come out of? Yeah, coming out of that, it's this.
So it's a weird lick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but it's
not-
still a sextuplet feel, and so it's like okay. Yeah, yeah, but I still end up early when I get to the top of it.
So on this one, the way I actually do it, it's so I don't typically tap all three on the D string.
How I've been playing is
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So on that last note,
you play it twice.
so it's like a pick from nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely wasn't doing that.
Because it's mostly a half legato, half pick kind of scale.
Right.
Like when I do it up here. Your picture doing that.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So the metronome's going. Bup, bup, bup. Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
So it doesn't rush through that. It has that timing to it. So you can punch it in right there if you wanted to. Right where it hits that C note. Boom. That kind of was like a micro break in the solo. Like, I'm going to give my hand a tiny break.
Yeah.
And a time to think of what I'm doing next. Like, because I improvised all of that on my recording.
Right.
The whole solo was improvised. Except for the one punch in where I did this. Yeah, that little C major arpeggio.
Gotcha.
Right there, I punched it in. And then once I went to this, it was all improvised again. Everything up to that point was improvised. Clip, everything up to that was improvised.
Yeah.
And it took like a couple takes. I don't think it took me very long. I recorded all of this song, I want to say, in a few hours.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's so organic to me. The way I play.
Yeah, for sure.
So it wasn't like I didn't learn anything new when I did this song. I was in a perfect headspace and I just did it real fast. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It took Lonnie longer to engineer and do the drums and all that stuff. That I was like done with my stuff way faster.
Gotcha.
But the song wouldn't have been shit without what he did to it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have to actually set this up. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
The point I was getting at was I was just trying to explain my thought process.
Yeah.
You know, it was an organic thing.
Screwed up the end, but
it's the right idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Interesting. Yeah, I was definitely.
You can feel it though, right? It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's a high energy kind of a song, man.
Definitely is. Yeah, and that's one of those things too that like I might have noticed if I already had percussion too, but when it's just like, and I mean I think you're right about if I had gone in and cut the click track in half, probably would have made it a little easier to feel. But yeah, it's like so frantic. It's like I gotta keep going, you know.
So here's the other important thing. I don't record my solos until there's drums.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and honestly, like that's the way that I prefer to work too. And if I were planning to program the drums, I probably would have done that first.
Yeah.
The only reason that I wanted to get all the guitars out of the way first is because setting up the drums and like getting that ready for recording is more work. And so it's like, well, I can just, you know, do this. Like I can turn on the stream and go with guitar.
There have been instances where I have recorded without drums, but I'm pretty sure on this one I recorded with the drums. I know a lot of the other songs I did, they had drums on them before I did the solo because you can kind of play off of that. Yeah. You know, with the leads. You know, just organically.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I also like to. I mean, sometimes I'll go through if I'm like, I've done this a lot with several, maybe even all, I don't know, but probably most of the Savage Logic songs. Like, as I'm writing the song, I'm recording it. And, you know, so I can hear where it's going. And then I'll go back and I'll re-record the guitar once all the structure is settled and all the riffs are there and everything. And then after that, like when I work on programming the drums, then I listen to the guitar and it's like, well, the guitar isn't perfect to the drums that are like, you know, I keep the drums like mostly perfect. I don't mess with a lot of like because you can change how the MIDI is, like performance or whatever. But I keep them mostly perfect, and so then I've got these guitars that were recorded before the drums went down, and then they're just like, oh, that's really off, and so then I don't know. Sometimes I get like way too. I get so focused in on it that I start making like timing mistakes, and it's like the whole thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like having drums to play too for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, after that whole tangent,
a metronome just doesn't have the dynamics of real drums.
Yeah.
And it just sucks.
Yeah, I mean it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm surprised though that like I should have been able to feel that with the transition in the chords, because that's like it's like right in that same
yeah.
My right hand was tapping on the B string and my left hand was on the G string. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to woodshed that for a while.
Yeah. The way I taught it, like the way I would teach it, rather, I had like 1 or 2 students when I taught at Ernie's that might have entertained this whole concept of tapping like this.
Yeah.
I know I mentioned it to some of them whenever I would give them a scale chart, and I gave you a scale chart that I used a while back.
Yeah.
That I was showing.
I don't have it handy, but I still got it.
That's all right. Yeah. But basically, the scale chart is laid out not only in a pattern like this, it's also going. So it's continuing the scale on every string.
Yeah, yeah. Right? Well, I mean, and that's how I play. It's just like it's for me, I guess. So
you
right. I can
you
do
already
all that.
do a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. The difference is that
it's
like
this.
Yeah, that adds a whole other dimension to it, because with just the left hand, I can do it entirely by feel. Mm-hmm. If I introduce the right hand, I have to look at things.
Right.
And that, it's just such a. I mean, you probably don't by now. Like, I imagine your right hand, like, or you need to look very little because you've done it for so long. But
I don't really.
Yeah, but for me, it's like I have to know. Like,
sometimes I'll linger on a note and use that odd interval spacing.
Yeah.
To make it sound even more intricate or more odd. So like.
Okay. Yeah.
More like on this song. Like you can stay, where you're at.
Right.
And experiment with how that's gonna sound. I mean, you can always just stay right there, and it's gonna work if you stay in the same scale. Yeah. It's gonna work. It's just the intervals may not play together perfectly, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can go.
It's cool. I like the idea of being able to do if I woodshed this technique for a while and like start doing my own thing with it.
Yeah, you can start bouncing around in like fifths
I'll probably
ninths.
do that. The thing is, it's weird because after a certain point, like when you get a far enough separation between what your left hand is doing down here and your right hand is doing up here, it's like the note up at the top turns into like a melody note that's like detached from
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean that's cool, but
and you gotta kind of feel it. Because you can't, you got to look at one of them. For me, the craziest thing is I'm usually looking at my right hand.
Yeah, I would have to too.
My left hand is not even, I don't even have to look at it really. Like, if I'm really focused.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to focus on doing the right intervals with my right hand.
Right.
So, because it's one finger.
Yep.
One finger is actually easier to mess up than 3.
Yeah, I guess.
It is. Like, when you're doing one finger and it's... Like, all you gotta do is this.
Yeah.
Or... Like it's a millimeter away from being off.
Right.
Whereas this, you're always making contact with the string.
That's true.
Of course, a lot of this is just kind of tied in with legato too.
Yeah.
So, which is also something I focused a lot on, of course, and it's in my playing all the time. You hear it, so it's just kind of it's a natural sort of thing for me. So, and I had issues with my elbow and picking when I was younger, and I still do to this day. So that's why you don't see me doing a whole lot of crazy picking stuff. Like you'll see me do like I can do that kind of stuff, but when it comes to like some of this economy stuff, I never really learned it, and you're way better at that than me. And then there's like the Steve Morse stuff where he's going.
Steve Morse stuff is hard. Yeah,
What I do is I cheat.
Discrete movements. Lots of hands. It's got a Betancourt kind
So yeah, it's a thing that exists. You know, some players just don't play everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, everybody's hands are different too. So
right,
like, because I mean, like,
look how much shorter my pinky is.
Well, yeah, I'm in the same boat. And I've got this crooked index finger too that like points inward. It's like curved in, and so then if it was gonna be curved, I wish it was curved out because then I could have a wider stretch. Oh, don't really have anything up here. Yeah, that's okay.
It didn't hit nothing.
Anyway. Yeah. How much time do you have? We're about an hour in.
Yeah. Good. I'm gonna go grab a towel.
Oh, okay.
You can mute my stuff.
Okay. If you go into the, grab one off the kitchen. There's. Yeah. Oh, well, he's gone. I'm just gonna keep going with this right hand thing. Keep forgetting to do it twice. Oh, you're good.
It's just water.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the carpet's like 50 years old, so,
It'll dry.
It doesn't really matter. random. I feel like it fit in the.
Right from. So that time, you basically get the right notes there. The timing is just a little fast.
Okay.
Yeah, basically you had it almost perfect until. I can't hear him.
Oh, right.
So, play it again.
What with what I recorded?
Yeah,
Or-
So what you did on the G string, it sounded like you skipped a.
Yeah. Well, I think my right hand got a little bit out of sync.
And this is what I was telling you earlier, how this section's kind of odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's also like I'm getting more comfortable with the idea of doing the right-handed tapping thing, but like up here, my arm doesn't have to move very much. But as we go this way, it's like I have less of the guitar to like anchor my arm to, and so then it's like, you know, it just feels more unnatural the further down I go, just because, you know, I haven't really done it.
It doesn't
so.
feel natural, even when for me like.
Really?
Like. Yeah, it's just weird because you have nothing to rest your elbow on,
Yeah.
and you're using your armpit.
Yeah.
You're using your armpit
Okay.
to kind of
Okay.
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely something to get used to.
Yep.
Yeah. That one was a bit shaky on the notes I was playing. I'm not sure yet, but I'll try it again. I forgot to do the B string twice.
That's basically it, man. Do that again.
It felt.
But look, I mean, it's right there, the timing, basically. Especially that little slap was perfect.
Okay.
You got to that point in time.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, it's close. And that last note. That last note, you just kind of gotta. You gotta feel it.
Yeah. Well, I remember last time you said that you don't typically play the 6th fret there. But
Yeah, I know.
But that's weird for me. Like, I
It's
think
kind of like that one earlier where it goes.
Yeah.
So it's like adding another percussive element to that note. It's like you're reusing the note again, but not
Right.
reusing the note again.
Yeah.
Like you're technically reusing it musically, but percussively you're adding it. You're adding another version of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's instead of a hammer-on version, it's a pick version. Little details like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, missed that interval again.
Remember, it goes minor on the G string.
Okay, well.
Does your left hand feel tired yet?
Yes, actually. Yeah.
Ah!
I started to move past the B string.
There you go.
Late that time, but I'm not sure why. What? I don't know. Can you tell what I did wrong
It was pretty close.
there? Yeah. It sounds, I don't know.
Does it sound off?
Well, I don't know. It just doesn't sound well played, so I think that's throwing me off, because, like, I've got a lot of, like, it sounds choppy. I don't know how to describe it better than that, but it sounds very choppy.
Some of the articulation might be off.
Uh-huh. Well, minus the ending, I think that was one of the better times that I played it. I'm not sure if I'm just getting like a bunch of string noise in it, and that's like that's throwing me off. What, like, listening back to it?
Yeah.
But something about it doesn't seem very smooth. And I think sometimes it's the right hand, like, making kind of dumb noises when I do the hammer on, but. That one felt better.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to come together. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna record it, and then I'm gonna try playing along with from the very beginning again and see how majorly I mess it up once I get there. Oh, that was awful. Anyway.
Yeah, that was the best one so far.
All right, well, I'll take a listen to it. Yeah, I think I agree with that.
It has the feel and the intent that I had.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it's just chaos going down the fretboard.
Right.
It's organized chaos.
I wanted to lean slightly more to the organized side before I am satisfied with it. But it's getting there.
Like I could see myself doing a take that sounds exactly like that. So
okay.
I mean, on my own song,
Yeah, fair. I mean, that's high praise, I guess. So, yeah.
I mean, if I did it right now, I'd probably.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's still more note definition in what you did than in what I did. Like the articulation is better. But yeah, I think I just need to woodshed the technique more, and you know, that's just how it goes. No, I don't know, overnight sensations when learning guitar techniques. It's all a slow grind. All right, well, I'll try it from the beginning and see how much I forgot. I'm not actually recording. Right, because that's... Oh, right. And that's something else that I realized I was doing wrong. Or, well, different anyway than what you were doing. I'm, like, hanging on to this note more, and you're, like... Anyway, but whatever. That's
and this part is all in the bridge pickup.
Yeah, I'm just leaving it here because...
Yeah.
Dang it. Messed that up. There we go. I'm getting the different runs through that arpeggio mixed up in my head.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to forget something if I played from the top.
Don't think about it.
Beat.
Yeah, just slightly.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
But you memorized it, which is amazing for me. So. Someone else memorized one of my solos.
60% of it, 70% maybe.
Nice. Nice.
Well.
Very nice.
Thank you. I'm going to listen to it before I get too excited myself, but it was...
You're trying to do all of it in one take, aren't you?
Well,
On the recording?
I'm not sure yet. I think if I
mean, that's not impossible. I think you could do it.
Yeah, well, maybe.
You just gotta...
Part of the problem is that I don't think I can do it and do the pickup switch. Like, I mean, I haven't even practiced that at all, so I don't know how to.
It's hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's a little bit easier with the switch up here, like, because I can like hit it with my arm. But I don't know. Maybe I'll practice it a while. But what I've been thinking up till now is that best case scenario, I cut it into 2 chunks, and I do the first half on the bridge pickup, and then I just do a totally, separate take for everything else.
It can be done.
Yeah.
But this guitar is a real pain in the ass to do it on, because it's got 2 knobs in the way.
Yeah.
And it's that.
Yep.
So I have to do like...
Yeah, I would have a much easier time on this guitar, but even then, I don't know if I, because I feel like if the reason that I mess up the take is because of the pickup switch, that'll be, like, really bugging.
You have to do it while this... Right before that arpeggio, you have to do the pickup switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's... The logistics of that are horrible. That's why I didn't do it on the recording.
Yeah. Yeah, which...
There is one more tricky part. with a solo.
Okay.
And it's after this. And it's this one. Just boom.
Oh, what's that slow? Yeah. That's a cool run. Yeah, the top part changes too.
Yeah, it does. Man, I get tired.
Yeah.
So the pattern doesn't change. They're 3 fingers, 5 frets wide.
5 frets wide?
So
Oh, up at the top.
So the whole entirety of it is here. But it's doing a little legato trick.
Right?
That's the note placements, yes. Yeah, very much. When you get to that, you'll kind of know what to do.
Well, maybe.
It just does that same thing over and over, except moving. Yeah, it just hammers on that minor, that minor second, and
Okay.
then on the B strings case, it's the same note. Or when you do that, when you transition to the B string on the index finger, it hammers on the same note on the G string. Yeah. But you could do the minor second if you wanted to. Or major 7, sorry.
Cool. I like that one. Might take me a while to get it.
That is the insanity of my song.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Well, cool.
Crazy. Crazy
Yeah.
crap.
Thanks for coming
man.
by and showing me stuff.
I just need to get home, so
Yeah.
I'll try to get a hold of you next time. See if I can come by.
Okay.
But yeah, man, you're doing good. I'm just
Thanks.
honored that you're even playing my song. So
Yeah. Well, it's been a good experience.
I know
Learned a lot.
I know. There's been a lot of, work put into it. So
Yeah. Well, I hope it comes out listenable at the end. There's
the end product is gonna be good.
Yeah, I hope so.
But yeah, Sorry, my song's such a pain in the ass.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, there's been a lot to learn from it, and that's cool because I haven't don't always challenge myself enough, and then just kind of stay the same forever. And
man, we all kind of do that as guitarists.
For sure.
We typically, just kind of stay in our little box.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's great that you're doing this. So, not just because it's my song. Whenever you did the
Transylvania.
Yeah, Transylvania stuff. That was it's a cool idea. So, I don't know if I'm brave enough to do it. I don't like being online in my face. So. All right, man.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
I guess, can you find your way out? Or,
oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, then, I'm going to spend the next, 5 minutes woodshedding this, and I'll see you around. Well, so Levi had to go, so it's just me now, but, I'm going to keep practicing that two-handed tapping thing, till, for another few minutes. Actually, what did that even sound like the last take that I did? Yeah. I'll do another take from the top just because. Well, that was awful at the end, but at least I felt like the rhythm was kind of coming together. really awful at the end. Back to, I think this take actually was decent. Probably not going to end up using anything that I've recorded at all. Anything I've recorded so far on this solo at all, by the time that I go to do it for real. But I'm going to leave that one there anyway because I remember liking it. But yeah, I think I'm just going to basically hit this point starting with the arpeggio. And just run that a bunch of times because I think that'll be a little more helpful than just playing the part by myself at this point. I feel like I mostly have a feel for it. Maybe. So here we go. Switch to the D string for some reason. It's funny how things like that just happen when your hands start going. Just like that. Got too focused on the arpeggios. Now I'm talking too much. Sort of faked it. My middle, or my ring finger again. Sometimes it feels alright, and then sometimes it's like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't even learned it yet. Well, like which notes I'm even playing. It's also tricky because, like, when Levi was here, we were talking about how the rhythmic pattern is kind of like made up mostly of the position shifts, and that is really difficult to feel if you're trying to go really slow and deliberate through all of the notes. You kind of have to do it fast in order to like understand what the rhythmic feel of the whole thing is. And so then it's like, well, okay, do I practice it really fast while I'm still like playing the wrong notes, or do I, you know, slow down and practice it playing it all the right notes, but not in the right rhythm? So a bit of a catch-22. Alright, I'll try it with the track again. Yeah, not pretty. Bum, 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 bum. I remember that being, I think, what the rhythm was. Dun, 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 dun. Like the position, like the groups of notes as a whole, kind of making up that pattern. Yeah, try it again. Ugh. There we go. Well, I still kind of faked a lot of it, but that one felt better. Yeah, kind of messed up that last note. That's all right. And again. Like, it's kind of there. It's just, it's so, I don't know, it's still so choppy to my ears. And maybe it's just like, that's how it's going to be. I mean, when he plays it, you know, it sounds like him. And when I play it, it sounds like me. And when I play it, it sounds choppy. I don't know. But, yeah, whatever. I'll do it a few more times here. But I've been going about an hour and a half, so. Yeah, I'll stop pretty soon. But I'll do a few more takes. There, I switched to the B string too early. It felt like maybe it was closer. Yeah, actually that doesn't sound completely moronic. At least you can like kind of hear the notes. It's not just, I don't know. A lot of times when I played it, it's been very, just, I don't know, loose with the note definition. I was saying that earlier, but it's, yeah, really bothersome to me. Hey, Levi's in the chat. Thanks, man. Alright, give it another take. If the arpeggio is bad, the whole thing's gonna be bad. That's just the rule. Oh man, that was the first time I felt like I almost conveyed that rhythm, that dun dun bum 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 thing. I don't know if that came across, but I felt it while I was playing it. So that surely must be a good sign. Yeah, that was awful. Gotta love pinch harmonics. Alright, I need to... I got too confident with my success there. Gonna play it a few more times slow. Yeah, it's just like a lot of the choppiness. I think is just a lot of uncontrolled dynamics because, like normally, I don't know, I'd have my right hand to be there to do like any palm muting or anything like that. But when you don't have that, then you have to like really rely on your left hand to do the dynamics well. So I think that's where that's coming from. Just like not really having control over the string because what I'm used to having, like the tools in the tool belt are gone, and like. You know, when my hand is away from the bridge, then I can't do that. So. Yeah, also that hammer on from nowhere. I think sometimes I'm like not actually getting the string to ring out. Yeah, because there I kind of got the E string. Left hand is getting too tired. Alright, back with the track. Oh, one more time. Something like that. Sounded cool at the beginning. Actually, I'm gonna listen to that. There's some wrong notes in there, but it still sounds cool. Yeah, I may be past my prime here for the evening. Started tapping on the wrong note. I think I ended up... So, I don't know, Levi, if you're still there, that the pinch harmonic, does that end on that, like right when that chord change happens? Because that's where I seem to be consistently landing, and that's something I haven't been sure. I guess it's not on the chord change. Yeah, well, it's definitely before that chord change. Yeah, so what am I on here? Yeah, so is the pinch harmonic on beat 1 of the measure? Maybe he's not here anymore. Alright, well, that last one was not great, but I'm going to give it 2 more takes, and then I'm going to call it quits for today. Yeah, I don't even know what I played. I mean, it sounded okay, but it was not what I intended to play. I know I said 2 more, but that the one before that made me so hopeful. I don't know. At this point, like, as long... I'll have to ask Levi about where that note actually lands. But if it's on beat 1 of the measure that I'm on with the way that I've got the metronome configured, then yeah, I don't know. Then I think I've got the part down well enough that I can come up with a take of it that I think will work. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, unfortunately, in even 2 long takes. I think it's going to have to be chopped up section by section. Like, yeah, just take, the harder chunks of it and do those, and then punch in and punch in and punch in. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, just for the sake of thoroughness, I'm going to play it from the top again, and then I'm going to call it a night. So. Yeah, real sloppy, but whatever. Late and starting there. Yeah, I think rhythmically, though, good enough. So, even if I end up playing, yeah, because basically what was happening sometimes is that my left-hand muscle memory was just carrying me through, and so sometimes I was, transitioning to the D string after like a single position switch from the G string, and but however I end up doing that, I guess it doesn't really matter, just as long as I get to where I'm going. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, there, my right hand just doing its own thing. But anyway, point is, left hand was just taking it. So if I can play it even that well, then that's probably going to be how it is, because, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it exactly perfect, sadly. But good is good enough, I guess. So anyway, thank you for joining me on this evening's adventure. I'll be live at some point next Monday, and yeah, I think I'm gonna work on the next part. And actually, the funny thing is, when Levi was playing what comes after this, when he was in the room, the part that he showed me, though an awesome run, actually was less intimidating to me than the some of the arpeggio things that he was doing, because it's just like a lot of really quick stuff happening. But that ending run was definitely cool. Whatever it is. This is going to be a little bit tricky because he played that on a 24 fret guitar, and so when he is playing on the 24th fret, he's got a little more room to breathe. Or excuse me, on the 22nd fret, he's got a little more room to breathe. But on this guitar, at the 22nd fret, I'm right at the top. So, anyway. Yeah, that's actually feeling pretty comfortable now. So, cool. All right, well, see you next week.